My relationship with my weight loss journey, it's complicated. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina. Today we are discussing weight loss after weight gain on a weight loss journey. I know I'm throwing the word weight around a lot in that sentence, but after last week gaining that pound, I was extremely motivated to lose that weight. So I spent the past week really focusing on key things to ensure that I'm losing weight on this weight loss journey. First things first, I really had to focus on what I was eating. I knew that I couldn't just binge eat a bunch of bananas and hope for the best. I knew that I had to get a balanced meal, and I needed to stay away from, heavy foods like potatoes, french fries, fast food in general. So one of the things in particular that I really focused on was keeping my meals really tiny. I mean, not to an unhealthy amount where I wasn't eating anything, but I really wanted to stay focused and keep my portion sizes down to a minimum that were healthy for my specific weight loss. So one of the things that I did for breakfast was Dannon Light and Fit yogurts. Do y'all like my new fridge? This is from my previous video. This is the new fridge that I bought after the other one broke. But I used this for breakfast throughout the week. They are the Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurts. As you can see, they are 80 calories. Now, I'm just gonna break them apart. They come in little packs like this. On myWW, these register for 2 points, and honestly, it keeps me full. I usually have one of these for breakfast, and if I'm feeling a little hungrier, I'll add a banana or some cut up strawberries to whatever flavor that I'm consuming. No matter what flavor you get, they're all 80 calories, and they all ring up as 2 points on myWW. So my top two flavors are strawberry cheesecake. I would have to say that's probably my favorite flavor out of all of them. And then this other one that I discovered at Fry's, for those who are looking to shop. I'm sure they have it at Walmart or any other general grocery store. But the other flavor that comes in this flavor pack is raspberry lemon tart. Now these are both really good, like I said, with any type of fruit, and they have other flavors as well. They have vanilla, blueberry, peach, strawberry, banana, cherry. Pretty much any flavor you can think of, they probably have it in the Dannon Light and Fit yogurts. So that's what I used for breakfast. Again, if you are the type of person where one yogurt is not going to fill you, then by all means consume other things that will help you on your weight loss journey. But this was something I did in particular, especially after that week of craziness, that I made sure that once I had a working fridge again, that I stocked back up on, because these are my go-tos when it comes to breakfast. Now, lunch was a little bit trickier. I'm at work 5 days a week, and I have a microwave in my office, but right now I really don't have a refrigerator. There are other departments that have refrigerators where I could just store my food in, but I'm being lazy. I don't feel like walking, into another department to just use their refrigerator. So I've been taking stuff in a lunch pail, and I have an ice pack, but it's not keeping my food as cold as I'd like. So lunch has been a challenge, I'll have to admit. But what I've been doing, I've been focusing heavy on vegetables and fruits. So here's one example of a lunch that I actually had this past week. It's a handful of baby carrots, a handful of grape tomatoes, 2 sticks of string cheese. They register at 1 point each, and then 1 serving of these turkey pepperoni slices. And actually, I'm pretty impressed with how many pepperoni slices you can have for 1 point. You're allowed to have 16 slices. So I get full off of this one meal, and honestly, if you look all together at it, it's only 3 points. So combine that with my 2 point Dannon Light and Fit yogurt, I've only had 5 points for the entire day so far, where I can either have the rest of the points for dinner or divide it up with another snack, or if I'm feeling really great, a dessert. But I really focused on weight loss this past week. So all those points were only going toward breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What's really hard for dinner is trying to figure out what my kids will eat, what my husband will eat, and will it fit into my daily lifestyle for myWW? And I'll be honest, some days it's really hard. So especially this past week where I was really focusing on losing weight and making sure I wasn't gaining any more weight after that 1 pound gain, I really had to focus on eliminating what was not part of my diet and would make me go over in points and incorporating more of, healthy foods. So one of the things that I did for dinner in particular, I was really focused on consuming more protein. So instead of eating, mashed potatoes, I would focus more on getting, double serving of chicken instead, or I would incorporate more cooked veggies. And I would say the hardest day in particular was when we had a frozen pizza. We kept dinners pretty light this week because we were dealing with all that refrigerator stuff, and we're just really busy. We were both full-time workers and stuff, so we kept stuff to a minimum. And one of the easy dinners that we picked was, a margarita pizza. Now, if it was up to me, I would probably eat half the pizza, and I wish I did. But I knew if I wanted to lose the weight, I was going to have to only eat a set amount. So that's what I did. I only ate a little bit, and instead I focused on eating a salad to complement the pizza. In fact, my main dinner probably would have counted as the salad, and the pizza was more of a side. Focusing on eating healthy things was honestly the best thing I could have done for myself, especially this week when I was really determined to lose the weight. But I would say the biggest thing that helped me was cutting out the dessert. And you guys, this is what is in my house right now. This was literally calling my name. Oreos. They're so good. But I said, no, you gained a pound. You need to lose the weight, Katrina. So I didn't eat them. I've been looking at them. I've been staring at them. I will admit I probably even smelled a couple because I really want an Oreo, but I know that if I'm going to lose the weight, I need to stay strict and cut out desserts. The other thing that happened this week, which I was honestly so proud of myself that I was able to stay true to my diet and stay true to my lifestyle. I'm on this board with the Sunnyside Foundation, and we have our board meetings once a month. And this past board meeting, it was last week, everyone's going into the main conference room. We're getting ready for our meeting, and in the middle of the table is this big, beautiful box of pan dulces. So for those of you who do not know what pan dulce is, it is basically sweet bread, and it is definitely a dessert. And seeing that box just there, everyone's just, grabbing a piece, enjoying it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could have one. And I almost caved. I almost grabbed a piece, but that little voice in my head was like, oh girl, if you grab that piece, you're going to gain another pound. So I had the biggest conflict of inner dialogue of my life, get the bread, don't get the bread, get the bread. But I decided to, avoid the bread, and I'm hoping that the scale will, tell me if I'm on the right track or not. So I realized something this week. You can cut out desserts. You can eat super healthy at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but nothing is going to help you more than doing this one thing. And you guessed it, it's drinking water. So I am so glad I have a Hydro Flask to keep my water super cold and ready for a refreshing drink anytime I need it. I try to aim to drink 4 of these a day, but I'll be honest, it has not happened. I think maybe one week I will focus on doing like a water challenge where I will just consume 4 of these, which will equal a gallon, and see what it does for my overall health and how I feel after, consuming a gallon of water for a week. Or maybe I need to stretch it out for a month to see what the true results are. But for those of you getting on a weight loss journey, I highly recommend, if you don't buy a Hydro Flask, there are a ton of knockoff brands at Walmart and stuff. Purchase one of these, because this is the key to getting you to drink water. It is one essential that I do not leave the house without. I always have it with me when I'm coaching at cheerleading practice, when I'm at work, or just driving around in the car. I always have water, because water curbs the hunger sometimes. And in fact, I've heard a saying that if you're hungry, just drink a glass of water, and 9 times out of 10, the hunger feeling will go away. So that is definitely what I focused on this week. I drank a ton of water to curb my hunger feeling. So this is my husband's setup right here with coffee, and it's been hard this past week. My husband loves making coffee. Every day he'll either use his French press, American press, and there are so many different types of presses here at our house that I have no idea what he uses, but he is a coffee fanatic. And look at this, a whole little bar set up just for coffee. And that's one thing I really had to cut back this week. I had to cut back on coffee, because I am the type of coffee drinker that it's a joke with my husband and I like milk and cream with a splash of coffee. It's not the other way around. My coffee literally looks white, but I know that's super unhealthy. No matter, even if you have sugar-free creamer, it's not doing you any good, because all those calories that you are consuming are, adding up to your points. And I really had to take a backseat in coffee consumption this past week, because I just really wanted to lose the weight. So I said buy coffee, and it really sucks because my husband made me coffee quite a few times this week, and I tried drinking it black, but I just can't get past the taste. It's so bitter. As I'm filming this, I realize that I keep saying, oh, I don't know what I weigh. When I find out what I weigh, I actually do know what I weigh. In fact, I weighed myself this morning when I woke up to get an accurate number of what I weigh to share with you all. So last week, I discussed how I went up to 209 pounds after, getting down as low as 208. So today, I'm going to share with you, or not today, well, coming up in the next scene, this is what I weigh now as of today, after incorporating all the tips and tricks into my weekly lifestyle. So I'm going to weigh myself, see if I lost any weight. Hopefully I did. 207.8. I'll take it. I mean, yeah, I'll take it. I did definitely lose weight. It's not 209 pounds, so whatever I implemented this week is definitely paying off. So yeah, we lost weight. So as you guys can see, I did lose weight, and honestly, it's due to the fact that I incorporated everything that I shared with you all today, from focusing on what I was eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, from cutting back on that coffee and, drinking more water, cutting out desserts. I lost the weight. Do I have more weight to lose? Yes, absolutely. But I know with hard work and determination, the weight's gonna keep coming off. So please let me know if you have any tips or tricks, recipes. Bring your recipes my way. Please write them in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to join me on this weight loss journey. I would love to have you join the team and be a part of this wonderful community. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. I'll see you in the next one.